is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's first of
Welcome.
all, if you're taking, okay, I'd much rather be here than talking to you guys, but it is what it is. I got to make a living. Okay, so my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep it relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner maybe. Talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take two. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the war.
I am a millionaire. It's a weird thing to hear, right? I tell you, it's a weird thing to say. I am a fucking millionaire. Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't fucking have it. They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face. Ear to ear, baby.
There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Just pick up that phone and speak the words that I have taught you, and I will make you richer than the most powerful CEO in the United States of fucking America.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit.
But then again, what's the point of having fuck you money if you never say fuck you?
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm with you? I am not with you. A, B, C. A, always, B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing. AIDA. Attention, interest, decision, action. Attention. Do I have your attention? Interest. Are you interested? I know you are, because it's fuck or walk. You close or you hit the bricks. Decision. Have you made your decision for Christ? And action.
It's because the code is wrong. Ask him to go against the DNA, which is telling each of you to be greedy. Yes, be hungry, subjugate and conquer. That's what we are. Capitalism harnesses that better than any other economic model on earth. Everything we have is because of capitalism. Because someone had an incentive to get up off his ass, to out-invent, to out-earn, yes, and to subjugate others. Less capable, less intelligent, less ambitious, less lucky to make those capitalistic dreams come true. As will you, soon enough.
With all due respect, nobody has ever been richer than you are at this moment.
I have no money to spare.
What would it take? I mean, what would it take for you to feel secure?
More.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on!
Welcome. Welcome to Thursday night's NASAA night, baby. So happy to be here. This is awesome. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start off right away. Guys, if you need, this is cool. I pinned this to the top. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know if, Jeff, you can see it. There's Jeff's email. Instead of having to type it in, if you just click that link, he'll send you all the links you need and everything you need and help you out and get you on the right side. No upselling, just doing that. Okay. Boom. Let's go. Okay. First question. Oh, before I get into the questions, I got to do this stupid shit, right? So, first of all, my name's Ken Finnan. If you don't know this already, I run Capital Advantage Tutoring and I run a tutoring business, but most of the time I'm doing videos like this. Tutoring I'm doing most of the time, but this is the fun stuff. And if you've ever heard of me, it's because of these stupid videos. If you need tutoring from me or any of my tutors that I have, go to series7exam.org and we have tutors for that. Or if you just need help figuring out a game plan, like how to get started, how to study. We also have a custom study plan with Jeff down here, who's been researching study plans for years in psychology and stuff like that for years. Won't call him a doctor, but I'll call him a master's at it. Okay. Now, also, if you don't like ours, again, check him out. You can email him. He'll give you all the links you need for stuff you need to sign up for memberships and stuff like that. However, if you don't like my style, you think I'm a jerk and you don't want to work with me tutoring wise, well, go fuck yourself. But we can do is there's another guy called Michael Weiss at series7examtutor.com. He's really good. He's about half my price. And he has a CFA, so he's especially good at the 65 and 66. Oh, no, I do not like that at all. Okay, here we go. I've done that, and it really kills everything. I found out when I put that in there, it distracts the shit out of me. Okay, Jeff's playing around with the settings. I'm going to be spinning around in circles. Also, check out our Facebook group, which is outstanding. Where is it? It's called FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. It's totally free. It's private. You go in, you got to answer a couple questions. Make sure you answer the questions or you get blocked. You won't get blocked, but you'll be denied. And it's a super, super supportive group. I think we're about to break 8 grand. I said that for a week or two. I think we're right there. It goes up and down because when people pass, they leave, and then but a lot of people stay and help each other out. So it's a really good group. They start study groups. I mean, there's so many people in there. Every day there's a new study group starting with 4 or 5 people. And remember, if you're going to do study groups, you kind of want to be around that level. You don't want to have like 30 people because it's a waste. 4 to 5 is probably the peak amount. I mean, 2, 3, 4 is perfect. Anything over 5 gets a little onerous and stuff like that. Okay. Now, so I think that works. Now, so yes, the membership classes. So I have membership classes. Now, they have been moved on a semi-permanent basis to Sunday nights now. Because part of it is because I have to pick up my daughter at the airport. And I said, you know what, let me just stick with Sundays. So now my principal exam test video classes are at 7 p.m., right before my 8 p.m. live. But my other membership stuff is now going to be Sunday. So the NASAA one is normally going to be 5 o'clock. It's going to be 4 o'clock this Sunday. And then going forward, it's going to be NASAA at 5, 7 at 6, and the 8 at 7. I know I should have done the 7 at 7 because that's what I did before, but it is what it is. I think that's it. I think that's all I got to add. I think I'm going to go home. I'll see you guys later. So pretty much the only problem is Phoenix, Arizona. I think you said you can make the memberships easier if they're Sunday. So maybe I should go back to Fridays. No, I'm kidding. You'll be fine. I love having you there. Okay. Matt F, baby. How's it going? How do we feel? You should feel good, Matt, right? You've done all your work, right? I hope. Tonight, just do a quick review of ethics and prohibited activities. We go from there. Kyle, boom, Mr. Sarcasm. I love it. Okay. Yeah, Latanya, I agree. Matt's gonna get it. Okay. Okay. Our legacy, baby. Does that mean you passed the SAE, I assume? I'm having a tough time talking right now. I might have to have Jeff take over. Let's give you a little. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Boom, baby. I love it. Get on the 6 top up, baby. The good thing is, it almost seems that the 6 seems to be easier than the SIE. Not because it's easier questions, narrow base. You're covering mutual funds, annuities, customer accounts, and suitability, right? Instead of like options and bonds and all that. You have to know some options and bonds, but they do assume you know some of it. The 6 is a much more straightforward test than the SIE because it's only a few topics. Best vendor for the 7. Look, here's my thing on this. I am big fan of Achievable to Learn and STC. So if you want to do one, I think if you do STC or Achievable, you'll be fine. I'm getting even more good, better feedback now that they're getting stronger and stronger because you get a lot of feedback from people. So they're always improving and we're always going over stuff. Now, I'd say either STC or Achievable. Now, both of them, and again, I don't love the Kaplan questions. I don't. I think they're too convoluted. I think you're going to see 1 or 2 from the exam, and that makes you think their whole thing is that way, but it's not. I'm a fan of doing the Kaplan QBank only because they're the only ones who sell the Kaplan QBank. Again, I don't love Kaplan. I think they overteach it. But the Kaplan QBank is the only one that's sold. So if you get Achievable or STC, buy the Kaplan QBank just to supplement your stuff. It's going to be the best. Okay. Now. Hello, Skittles. Trying to see if it says anything that I shouldn't be doing. I'm usually good at reading this, but nope, nothing. Yes. We're going to get it, baby. We're going to get it, LaTanya. Okay. How long does it take to study for the 7? I would say 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. So here's where it goes. And everyone's like, wait, it took longer. It's fine. If you're studying full time, you can probably do it on the short end of the 4 weeks. But if you're doing like, if you're working and you're working in the morning and you maybe stretch it out to 6 weeks. And if you're not sure, reach out to Jeff and maybe he can help you set up a good plan. But I figure if you're working full time, you can push it out to 5 or 6. If you're studying full time, you could probably do it in 5, maybe 4, maybe just under 4. But anything less than 4 is pushing it too fast. I think even Edward Jones at their high pressure pace is 19 work days, which works out to be about 3 weeks. But they're at high pressure. They're 8 hours a day. You're being paid all day this time.
The question, it's very difficult to answer the question not knowing the scenario.
Yeah. I agree.
Do you have kids?
100%. I agree.
Are you working full time? Can you study when you're working? Are they giving you time off? What are your nights look like? Your weekends? Are you a morning person, a night person? Yep. All of these things are things that we factor into. And I'm not saying this to sell the custom study plan, but what I'm saying this to, like, nobody should compare themselves to anyone else. Everybody's got a different situation and different circumstances. And it's very important to remember that. There are some people that can bang this out in a week. There are some people that need maybe 6 to 8 weeks to prepare for it. It doesn't make a difference. It's what works for you. So just keep that in mind. Right. Sometimes it takes more than one time to get through it, to see what it's like. So it's all different. I mean, that's what, from talking to all the students, that's what I've realized also.
Yep. 100%. It's literally like he's worked with all these people and he gets he gets a lot of feedback and he knows it's like everyone does it differently. 100%.
Some people,
and again, the worst thing you can do is compare yourself to others.
You don't think, and remember, when people come on here and they talk about how long do I need, you don't know if they're 22 and just came out of school and they're in study mode, or you're 50 years old and you haven't studied in 25 years.
Or you're 86 and inheriting a $1 million book of business. Okay, here we go. Devin! He called me today. That's awesome. Boom, baby. Don't ever quit, baby. That's the thing. Even when you're not sure, just nail it. Boom. I love it. Devin, so I ask everyone the same thing. Any surprise? Did you see anything that we talked a little bit? Do you see any surprises on the test? You're like, wow, I just wasn't ready for that. We might have an early night tonight. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Yeah, so I think what they're saying is that what they buy. So I don't think they mean a participant. I think they mean the stuff they own. So let's talk about it. So the Keogh plan, our retirement plans in their own are not securities, but it's a participation unit. I think that's what they mean. Keogh. I think Keogh participation units, I guess they are a security, just by definition. Do me a favor, because I'm thinking, like, I say that. I think some of the books say that, but it's not a thing. So here's the thing. You're pretty safe saying Keoghs are not securities. I think you're 100% safe saying Keoghs are not securities. I'm also being a little low-key today because I got a 1-year-old going to sleep and I got family over there, and I don't want to. You see the different background, right? Last time I'm here, they're coming home from Florida tomorrow. Okay. So look, here's what I tell everyone. There's 5 words that automatically mean security. So if you hear the word option, interest in, variable, receipt, or certificate, I assume they're a security. So again, don't ask me to say them again because I can't remember. Okay, just watch the video again. That's outstanding, baby. I love it. So boom. Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. What it is it may feel easier than the SIE. I think it is. But it's also, you have a base now, right? So a lot of people, sometimes the SIE is a harder test to pass. It's not really harder, but it's harder to get through because you're learning new stuff, right? So you're learning like new words like, bond and debt and debenture and preemptive rights. So then when you're studying the next one, you're already ramped up and going. So I definitely had a girl 2 years ago, Zoe, and she failed the essay once before I met her. And she took the essay. We got her through it real quick. In about 3 weeks, we got her through it. Obviously, she waited the 30 days. And she took the 7 before all of her other cohort people took their 7 for the first time, even though they passed the essay. They took a long time. They wasted time. We did it right. She failed. And I did find out that when people fail, it could be anecdotal, but when somebody fails an exam like the SIE, and then they pass it the next time, they do better on the next test. Same thing with the 7, right? So if you fail the 7 the first time, it sucks. But then if you pass it the second and third time, you've done a deeper dive. So then you do better on the 65 or 66. You really do. Because you've done it, instead of memorizing and blitzing through it, you've done a deeper dive. You worried about failing. So you start going into the more knowledge part. And that's going to help you for the 65 and 66.
And Christian, don't go anywhere because I want to make sure that we get to your question here.
What's wrong?
Christian, what Christian's question is a good question.
It's down the bottom?
You're looking at.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let me finish this up. Oh my God, you're ready. You could even move that up, but just keep doing. Just do one. I mean, the problem is the 63. There's a short exam. You could do like 2 a day. You're gonna run out. I mean, maybe go get the keep doing the achievable because you won't make it. You will not see the same questions, right? You'll see the same version, but they have an algorithm that keeps changing the questions. I think you're good. I think you're solid. I mean, I would do 1 or 2 exams a day. I have a couple in my playlist, not a ton. I think it's lazy video doing, but I do some of these. Yeah, I would take 1 a day. I would take 1 or 2 a day max. Or you know what? Since you have too much time, maybe go back and just reread, power through the achievable book, the online thing 1 more time. Like instead of taking tests, you have so much time. Maybe in the next 3 or 4 days, just reading through the achievable program again, and then go back take tests for the last like 5 days because you're killing it. So let's just make it so that you basically walk in that test like I'm not going to get anything wrong. Okay. Oh, the crypto, always the one crypto. Okay, so now, what about past perfect? They're fine. They'll get you to pass. I just think they go a little deeper than they need to and stuff. Like they make you do like the yield to maturity. They make you calculate like 8 years of fucking discounted cash flow. I think they're getting better. But I mean, again, I talked to Hennessy and he's trying to smooth out some of that stuff. But it's good. Just it is what it is. Okay. If you're using it, it can help you pass. If you said, Ken, should I buy this? And I'd say no, there's achievable STC or Kaplan are ahead of it. But if you have it, it will help you. I just think it makes it harder. Like sometimes doing something harder than you, like you practice, right? You practice harder than you play sometimes, right? Because that gets you ready. But this is almost like I say, I'm learning CPR and they're teaching me MCAT shit. So do I really know how to do open heart surgery? No, I just need to pump to the staying alive thing. So the whole point is, I think Past Perfect is good and they'll get you ready. And if you're passing their exams, you're going to be ready. I have a guy who couldn't get over a 62 on their exams, and he said the exam was easy as hell. Okay. Sammy, that's the same thing twice, right? Okay, good. So nice he said it twice. There we go. Christian. Yeah, one question. Yeah, the 65 and 66 might have some questions on crypto, like what does blockchain mean? What is a digital currency? I have videos that cover that. I do a lot of those little quick videos covering stuff you've seen. But yeah, I mean, it's not that big a deal, but that's awesome, Devin. I love it because people get freaked out. They go, what's a blockchain? It's the system to verify transactions. What's crypto? It's a type of digital currency. Okay. Okay. So Jeff, do you want to start with this? You want me to?
Here's my take on it, and you tell me if you agree. When you're at a firm that is willing to sponsor you, take the exams that need sponsorship. To me, take the 7.
Right.
Because the 66, you can take it anytime without having a sponsor. What's your response?
Good. I like it. So, right. So since you failed this, the problem is you failed the 7 twice, right? So if they're sponsored for the 66 and the 7, obviously. So it depends how far along. If you've been in, if you're more than halfway in the 66, you could probably bang that out in a couple weeks to start. Or if you can do it before you start. If you got hired, I know when your start date is. Is it September 1? Then you got to see what they say because they may go, no, you have to take the 7 first. But remember, you failed it twice. So sometimes banging out that 66 on your own gives you a little bit of confidence. It really does. So I know I answered none of your questions. So let me try this. If you're more than halfway done with the 66, stick with it. When you start, they will tell you whether you have to take the 7 or not first. If you're more than halfway, stick with the 66. It's not going to hurt you. And if you're starting and if you're not starting for like 2-3 weeks at the new firm, bang out get the 66 done, get it attempted. Because if you beat that one, it changes your mindset to go, look, I can pass an exam. The 66 is no easy feat. So when you pass that, not if, when you pass that, you'll be fine. It should help you.
Don't underestimate the 66 though. It's a dry test.
Yeah. Oh, and don't underestimate the 63 people either. Because as much as it's much easier test, I mean, I have people that studied for 2 days for it, but they studied hard and they got lucky, right? So you got like all these exams. The thing about the 65 and 66, that's not like the 7, is sometimes some people say the test felt, even if they failed, they felt it was so much easier than they thought. And that's where they trick you, kind of soft, kind of the little soft soap gets you. Okay. Let's do this. Let's follow along and see where you are. So Christian, the first question is, when do you start? Second question is, how far along are you? Okay.
And if you want to go over everything, feel free to schedule time.
Oh, fucking Emmanuel. Wow. What the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck are you doing? Goddamn fucking pussy. Come on, get up. Seriously, I'm not kidding around. This is such weak ass bullshit. I don't have motivation. What the fuck? I want you to, you're going to come back on here. I want you to type in here, I'm going to pass the fucking test. I want you to type it in here. And I want you to say it every fucking day. Every morning, I want you to say, I'm going to pass this fucking test. I'm going to kick this shit out of this test. Okay? 100%. That's what I need. I need you to type in, and Jeff, you tell me if I don't see in the next 2 minutes, Manuel types in he's going to pass it, I'm booting him off this live. You need to get on it. Just get on it, and I'm expecting a report next Tuesday. You're going to come on and tell me I did 2 hours a day. So now let's talk about real shit. Fine, if you can't get into it, find 20 minutes. Just fucking set a timer. Find 20 minutes to read or watch a video. I don't give a shit. All I want you to know is just get me 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. So maybe what you do is I should be out of here in an hour. I want you to don't log off. Leave it on because I want the view. I want you to go read for 15 minutes and come back at 9 o'clock and tell me that you read for 15 minutes. That's what I want you to do. Right now, me on the background, you're going to sit there and just read for 15 minutes. That's what I want. After you tell me you're going to pass the test. Okay. There you go. I like that, Devin. I love it. It's crazy, right? So every time I see that, I think of you ever see The Office? And they were learning CPR, and Kelly started dancing to Stay Alive. It's great.
I like
that
they mangled the practice.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. Okay, Quacks. What do you mean? Help me out here. Unless you're talking about like if I'm an exporter, I want it to go down, right? So if I'm an exporter, I want the U.S. currency to go down. So again, if it's on these exams, they're not really going to test you whether you make money or not, but it's not that bad, right? I guess unless you're talking about currencies and it's not the exam, then it's not going to help you that much because I'm a moron. Zach, let's go, baby. Oh my God. Yes, of course you got it, Zach. Did Manuel answer yet? Of course you fucking got it, Zach. Your clock's ticking, Manuel. Okay. No, if you're in the mid 70s or low 80s, you're rocking. Go get drunk tonight. No, go watch at least watch customer accounts or reread customer accounts. Go over my crash course. At least watch my quick and dirty and the gorilla style, and go bang this thing up. You're gonna kill this thing. Yes, I'm telling you right now. It's Emmanuel. I hope you're on here. Oh, there he is. He did say it. Oh, he said it before I even asked him to. I fucking love that. Oh wait, maybe he said it when I was yelling at him. Okay, maybe. I'm telling you, Jeff, we might have an early night here. Okay. It's summer. Everyone's on vacation. I passed the 7th. Guys, if you have questions, I'd throw them in here because I got about 4 chats left before I'm heading out of here and go get eating dinner. Okay. That's a big thing is that everyone goes, I got it's more, this happens more with the SIE, right? So people get the SIE and they go, oh, this is easy. And then they get the 7 and Mike Tyson walks around and punch him in the face 30 times. So I think you're showing the right respect to it. You did miss it a couple of times. Just do 15 minutes at a time. That's all I want. Okay. Okay. Oh, Albert, my love. Okay, you can't be doing that shit. Changing answers is the worst thing in the world. So I want you to practice this. So now, when are you taking it? Does he say? Okay, this month. Okay, this month being in August. That means you got 9 days. Okay. I want you to start taking tests where you just do a clean sheet. Just pick one and move on. Don't even think about it. Try taking tests without changing any answers. Even if later you know it's wrong, don't change it. Just stick with it. See how you do. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to not having, not changing your answers at all. You just got to not do it. It's just not a thing. I never change answers unless I get what it was at 100% proof. 100% proof that I'm wrong. Like if it's literally going, Ken, what the fuck were you thinking? That's the bar. Anything less than that, I'm leaving my fucking answer. Okay. Manuel, that is absolutely. I love it. You're going to nail this. I'm leaving it up there extra time. Okay. You're starting in the beginning of September. Okay. So you got 9 days. Keep banging on the 66 if you're there. Okay. Okay. I started at the beginning. I'm starting at the beginning of September. I keep reading that. So you have 9 days. You could probably get some real damage in the 66. And then when you start, tell them, look, I'm 3/4, 90% of the way through the 66. Do you mind if I take it before I take the 7? They'll probably say yes. Okay. Well, Bobby, that's funny. No, stay there. Okay. I don't think Notman's the best for the 60th. I think they're fine. Look, here's my thing. Notman is far and away. It's like here and everyone else. It's like Mark Esposito and all the other Kaplan teachers. 1 and everyone else is a distant 5 on the Series 79. On the Series 79, Notman is no one comes close to them. They teach it better than anyone else, and they got a lock on a lot of the firms because they do that because you get this, you get that, right? I think they're fine on the rest of the stuff. I don't think they're the best. I don't think there is the best. If I had a choice, I would go Achievable, STC, Kaplan, Notman. Now, again, Achievable and STC top 2, I'd say Notman and Kaplan are pretty equal. The only problem with Notman, and it's not a problem, is they charge more, right? So they're not very cheap. Although Brian's on Reddit, Brian Marks, he's a great guy. I mean, this is the thing. They're the nicest people in the world. They're very much into getting you in the right mind state, which is great. Like they want to change your wiring one way by soft soaping, like, oh, we got vibes, you do this. I try to change it by punching you in the face and going, you got to change it up. We have the same mindset of you need to be positive, but mine is kicking you in the ass and they're pulling you along. So whatever works for you, okay? So they are really good at what they do. Look at that, Jeff. They are really good at what you do. But I do think look, remember this way, if you get it through your firm, you're fine, stick with them. If you're buying it on your own, they're a little expensive, so maybe get one of the cheaper ones like STC or Achievable. They might be cheaper. Okay. Bobby, don't apologize. Jeff, did you see I put up I don't know if you saw my channel. I put up a poll about the fries.
Wait, what did you do?
On the post, if you look on the website, hold on. Fuck that. See if I can get it up here. Hold on. Do it on this YouTube. There we go. Yeah. There we go. I'll share screen in a second. Hold on. God, I hate when I don't use a browser for a while.
And it doesn't come right up.
I mean, all these fucking pop-ups. Okay, hold on. No, I don't Zoom, Dick. Okay, so, Bobby, it was all good. I wanted people to respond. Okay. Tell me when you can see the screen.
See it, but it's small. You got the but it's small.
Yeah. Well, let me.
Doctor.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me change it to this. No.
Yeah. So
can you see it? Yeah.
Are the onion rings on there?
No, it's about the fries, baby. Onion rings. Nobody eats onion rings. No, my family does. A lot of people answered. Like 300 people voted. McDonald's won. Hold on. There it is. I think McDonald's won. Hold on. Oh, it's in the private window, right? Oh, fuck it. I ain't doing that. But by the way, I'm seeing it from a private window. McDonald's won. But it was like 63% McDonald's winning. Because I was and the thing is, they were like, why didn't you put Five Guys in there? That's what he was saying, I think. Some people saying In-N-Out fries, which I get. That's why I made another. Okay. Wendy's does have surprisingly good fries. As I said, I can almost get that. But yeah. See, I don't think you get my notifications, Jeff.
I don't.
Do you even subscribe to me?
I get the real thing all the time.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at this. That's interesting. So, Devin, were you a doctor? Does that it sounds like he was either a doctor or he got heart surgery? That's interesting. That's smart. So you know what? I'm sure Spotify has a heart. Imagine that. Hold on. Imagine that. It'd be like this. Hold on. You haven't heard of it. Wait a second. Let me do this. Hold on, I gotta get the earbuds in and then. Okay. 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 Boom, baby. Carter, baby. I saw you on LinkedIn doing that. That is outstanding. Let's go, baby.
We started dancing and love put us into a groove.
I have a
Boom,
question.
baby.
Do you think
I
those
love the
buttons
DJ
really do
transition.
anything on those mixing?
I had to
Do you
turn
think
it
those
down.
buttons
What?
do anything on those mixing boards?
You know, somebody said there's some girl who's a DJ, and they said that and she was showing that she does. But yeah, I mean, they could just pre-record.
I've gone to a couple of parties where there's a DJ, and I would go up on stage next to the DJ, and I would love to be a DJ. I love doing the mashups and all that stuff.
Right.
And I talked to someone. I think that they're downloading a pre-recorded list and just acting busy up there. If anybody knows,
I know, because they dance so much. How do they not make mistakes when they're moving?
I understand the blending of one song to the next, but all those extra little things that they're doing, I don't know. I think the old school DJs with the vinyl records were doing something. I don't know about the ones today.
They had to. Now I know. You should. You know what you should do? Grab one while it's mixing and see if anything changes. Just tackle his ass. Okay. So there's a good question. Muscle moments, baby. Okay.
That's a great question.
100%. That's the thing. So muscle, 100% get the SIE. Here's the best part, because you have. Hold on. Let me do one thing, Carter. I'm going to get to your muscle, but I do appreciate it. I kind of read it. I was doing the music, and we got off on this. So he posted on LinkedIn. He's been 5 months. Boom, get it done, baby. All done. It's. Tell me, Carter, it's not the greatest feeling. My son's name is Carter too. It's not the greatest feeling in the world when you're done. When you in that last one, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know. And here's the thing. So even my daughter, when she did it, for about 2 weeks after she passed, she still thought once in a while, oh my God. She woke up in a panic and she had to study. It's crazy. But Carter, I'm so happy for you. I miss seeing you on here. But all I ask is that you share my shit with other people.
I think everybody who's in college who wants to go into this business should do this.
Yeah. Look, in reality, listen, most firms require before you start. The firm I did the analyst class with, they all have to get, I'm talking to them about saying they have to have the 63 before they start too. All of them have to have
the best thing they've done in the industry in the last 2 decades. That they've given up people the opportunity 100%. To say, hey, you don't need to be sponsored. You can show people that you're either getting an internship with, especially internships. It can get your foot in the door. I'm a huge fan of this. By the way, Muscles, what school are you at?
In the last 4 years. Good. Yeah. Tell us where you are. So it's and it lasts 4 years. That's so like I had a kid come to me. He was a freshman. Like he was entering freshman. I said, probably don't bother. I said, wait till next summer because you want to have it last until you graduate. He said, yeah, I'm not doing interns next year. I'm going to do interns after sophomore year. Again, if you can get the SIE and then get an internship and then be able to sponsor you, then you keep it forever. Okay. Let's see. Debbie, I'll get to you in a second. Oh, okay. Okay, here's the deal. If I'm an exporter, I want a weak dollar. So I explain this all the time. We want a weak dollar. 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 Here's why. Exporters, because here's the thing. As money rolls downhill. Money always rolls downhill. So my example is in 2018, we went to Disney. I told you the story. The worst time to go to Disney is Christmas. Okay. We went there with no plans. We didn't do the whole 60 days ahead of time shit. My daughter's down there now. They planned it right. They're having a great time. They're loving it. There's not big crowds. Everything's scheduled. They did the Bippity Bop Boutique. They did all that shit. Okay. So now they told me they're going to take me for my 60th down there, but I'll be paying for it. But that's okay. So now But I am paying. But here's one thing: there's a reason. Quack, I promise to get you. But I'm doing the VIP. I'm paying for the VIP.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I think if you're going to do it right.
$700 an hour for 10 people, and you do backstage. You never wait in line the
Especially for
entire
that
time.
large of a group.
Yes, exactly. Anyway,
It's like skiing and going on the singles line rather than the group just to get up the chairlift quicker.
Yes, 100%. And you have a guide. I did that. I went to Universal like 5 years ago with my daughter, and she was with her friend. I did it single. It was the greatest time. I never waited in a line ever. I did like every ride 3 times because there was no line. Because you go up in the single line. Any back to this. So here's my thing. So I went to Disney, and everyone was speaking a fucking foreign language. I don't give a shit. I'm fine with it. But everyone, 80% of people are foreigners. Why? In 2018,
Value of the dollar.
from 2012 to 2021, the U.S. currency was weaker than the other currencies. So it was cheaper for them. So understand, exporters want a cheaper currency. They want the U.S. to be cheaper because then more people will buy their stuff. So if a country nobody ever says they want a weak dollar, but they do. They want their dollar to be just below everyone else's, not the bottom like China's doing, but low enough that people buy their stuff. Again, money rolls downhill. So if you have a choice of buying something from like Australia or the US, and the US is a cheaper currency, you go to the US. So you keep that in mind. If I'm an exporter, I want the cheaper dollar to be cheaper. So I would want the foreign currency to go up. If I'm an importer, it's the opposite. But the reason importers don't drive it is because if we import a lot, our money's leaving. That's all trade deficit, right? So if we have a lower currency, we export more, our surplus rises. If we have a higher currency, we import more, and our deficit rises, which is not good. If you've been paying attention since April 2nd, we don't really want a deficit. And in reality, it's not really a deficit because the money goes and we get goods. It's fine. But we want people buying our shit. Okay. So again, that's the difference, is that if I'm an exporter, I want a weaker currency. If I'm an importer, I want a stronger currency. Because if I'm an importer what?
You know what you just did? You just answered Gear Grinder's question from earlier.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because you're talking about the currency exchange thing.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Okay, there you go. I love it.
There you go.
I love when that chat happens. Okay, look, here we go. That's what Manuel, go, baby, go. Gonna go get it. Get it, motherfucker, get it. And listen to me. Guys, I know you subscribe, some of you, because you're commenting. Put notifications on every few days. I put out some ass kicker video. I mean, they're cringy as hell, but they get you going. Okay. They're complete. No. Do it, baby. Don't wait until then. Start now, baby. So here's what happens. So up until September 1st, right now it goes like this. It's $20 for the options videos alone, which are fucking ass kicker, amazing, game changing, make you cry good. If you jump it up to 25, you also get one class a week plus the videos. If you jump it up to $50, you get the options class and the 7 class and the options videos. And you guys here for the 65, 66, for $25 a month, nearly $8 a week, you get, we meet every Sunday at 5 p.m. It's going to be this Sunday at 4, but after that, it's going to be every Sunday at 5. Okay. For these exams, for the 7 and stuff, maybe in the SIE, for these exams, I don't know. I mean, the dump sheets are kind of they're overrated. The magic of a dump sheet is making the dump sheet, not having it, right? So if you want to do stuff to write down and you create one and just to cut memory tools and make it stick to your head, fine. But the thing is, what do you put down? The bond, yeah, for the 65, 66, yeah, the bond triangle, maybe the options matrix, slobs over bliss. I don't know what else. I have the bond matrix. If you guys find my 63 for any exam, quick and easy, I do a matrix for broker dealer IA, and I saw a couple of guys copied it, but it is what it is. What did I say? Imitation is a sincere form of flattery. So yeah, if you want to do it, it's fine. But for the NASAA exams, it's not nearly as good as SA and 7. But you can do it, but don't waste a lot of time doing it. You're better off trying to learn this shit. Okay. Okay. Just finished reading the book, but my book has 65 and 66 curriculum. Same shit. Remember, anything on the 66 could be on the anything on the 65 could be on the 66. The only difference is there's more business and economic stuff on the 65. There's a lot more Series 7 overlap.
The danger here is because I talk about this all the time, and then people come back to me, or they say, like, I took the exam once or twice. I thought I had a good handle on it and everything. The problem is that you don't know the question bank you are going to pull when you start the exam. Every time it's going to be different, and everybody's exam is different. So when you say what should you focus on, yes, there are going to be certain percentages of the exam that you want to focus on, but you need to have an understanding within those, like, 4 breakdown levels of what's going on in there. You need to know, you need to understand them. And what I say is you want to have a 75 to 80% understanding of all topics. You don't want to just get a 90 on state regs and then 40 on customer suitability. You need to get 75% no matter what the percentage is.
I agree.
You got to balance it out. You don't need to score 95, but you want to make sure you're in that 75 to 80% understanding, when you're taking the practice exams.
There you go. Good. Okay, Gear. Why don't you spend the weekend reading? I think Kaplan's too hard. Why don't you go back and spend the weekend? You got before our class, right? So we have tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Read as much as you can before Sunday. Just read what you can get. Don't take notes, just read. Just get through the stuff. I think that's your best bet. Just anything that you're not, go over your exam, see if you can figure out what's lowest. STC will tell you, Kaplan will tell you, see if there's overlap, and try to read those sections. That's going to help the most. Christian, thank you. Thomas, stay on here. Don't leave. Ooh. Good question. Well, are you at a spot? Here's the thing. If you can take it right now and they sponsor you, get the 7. If not, get the 65. Because the 65 is a good lead up into the 7 anyway, if you want. So if you have the 663, get the 65, then you're fully as a register rep where you are. And then if you want to move over, you can move over. But if they will sponsor you for the 7, get that now. If you have a firm where they will sponsor you for the 7, get the 7. 100%.
Can I throw one up there? One of these questions?
Yeah.
Just because I'm excited about this one. Hang on. Look at this. Look at this. Stick LP 640.
Wait. Where is it?
Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Time to get the Lambo.
Okay. That's right. Boom, baby. That's awesome. Congrats. Let me give you a little love.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Outstanding. So here's my question. Boom. There you go. We're gonna buy that. Now here's the thing. Any surprises? Roll, I'll get you. I have to catch up with the other one now, so I have to roll back a little bit. Stick. Tell me, were there any surprises on it? Okay. Hold on. Gear, just keep reading. Thomas Brown. I love it. Thanks for the super chat. Awesome. Any surprises? That's awesome. So here we go. Boom, baby. Okay. Got it. Listen, that's fine. Debbie, you're going to get it. Just start on the options as soon as possible, because once you get them down, everyone feels a little bit better. Oh, there you go. Good question. Oh, who's the successor? I got it. That's a good question. I can't think of it. I guess your heir, right? Cookie loves the onion rings. You and Jeff can hang out together. So look, this is what he was. The register. Got it. Okay. Got it. Oh, that's funny. That's great. Yeah. One of the guys from Google just said that in the next 5 to 10 years, nurses are going to be the prime people because doctors are just going to be reading AI. Because they're going to start within 10 years, 5, 6 years. Doctors are going to learn, but they're going to be just reading the results and working on that. And there's going to be nurses that drive.
Since I've been around medical a little bit, in the past couple of years, I will tell you the best people are the physician's assistants, the nurse practitioners.
Yeah,
they've got the knowledge of the doctors and the
without the
softness of the nurses. They're fantastic.
Yeah. When I get my physical every year, that's who I go to. I have the same one. It's great. There you go. If you want to DJ, Christian will teach you.
We can work something out.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a Wednesday night DJ session. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of training consultants. I think they're a little light. I would just stick with the Notman, but I would also think about buying the Kaplan Cubank or hear me out, spend a little money and get the Achievable. Because they teach it better than anyone else. Because you're getting close, obviously, right? You got the 7. Right, the 7's a hard question. So let's get this right. Look, you've been doing this for a while, and I get the burnout factor manual. I do. I keep saying manual, like driver's manual. So I think that if you want to spend a little bit of money, maybe, again, it's not nothing. So I'm not telling you to have to do it. But maybe get the Achievable program and just try that out. You don't have to. And I have a link in my videos and stuff. I don't care if you use it or not. But they're really good. You can try them out for a day. Achievable.me, if you try them out for a day, they let you do a free trial for a day. Okay. For like one chapter. Okay. So again, Stick, did you see anything that jumped out at you that's surprising? Well, listen, Morgan, you're right. So Morgan, you're in good shape. You're in part of the classes, right? I've been sending you the recordings, right? You reread the book. You're getting 76s. That's probably higher than you're getting before, right? So I would make sure that on Friday, which is tomorrow, God, can't believe August is almost over. I told everyone August is the worst month because it's basically winter. Okay. I would make sure that tomorrow you go over the crash course, watch any last minute videos you can find, and make sure you read trusts and estates and joint accounts. Not that it's hard, it's just it's low hanging fruit. And I think, Morgan, you only missed by a couple points last time. We're gonna get it. Notman's fine. I think Notman. Here's the thing: Notman has good videos. That's really the thing. Notman has much better videos. And if you do Notman, you can. Here's a problem: if you do Kaplan, then you're stuck if you run out of questions. But if you do the Notman ones or STC or Achievable, you can always buy the Kaplan questions. You can't. It doesn't go the other way around. Sarah, okay. Okay, Mary, good. I'm glad you answered. Okay. No, Jeff would be my successor, and my children. Okay, my wife. Okay. Currently my 30-day quarantine due to obvious. That's fine. Don't worry about this, miss. Best advice: restudy. Reread the book. Even if you missed by 1 point, reread the book. I promise you. That's your best bet. Promise you. You got to reread the book. Oh, by the way, I think if I did it right, guys, if you don't know this, I also have another. Did I hit 100? No, close. I have 2 other channels, not YouTube. I have an Instagram under Series 7 Whisperer, and I have TikTok. And my Brutal Exam Series 7 video is almost 100,000 views on there. Not bad. It's like a 40. It's a longer video. It only plays 45 minutes. Still has 100,000 views, which is not a TikTok sort of thing. My best is still 1 million. I still got 1 million. I got one that's 300,000. Okay. I know, Sarah, you're like, I don't fucking give a shit. So, reread the book. Sarah's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Why do I care? Because something came through. That's the only reason. Because because my ADD has I look here and look here and look there at the same time. Like I'm watching my family over there, this and this at the same time. And Sarah again is going, shut the fuck up and just tell me what to do. Read the book. I don't care how close you get, just read the book. That's your best bet. And then once you do that, start doing chapter quizzes. Go in with no ego. That's the biggest thing here. And the reason I'm kind of good at this stuff is because I go into the book, I go into the reading, but I don't have an ego. I don't act like I know anything. I act like I know nothing. If you go into these studying like you know nothing, that's your best bet. Okay.
It's a show about nothing.
So Mary, that answers your question. Bang out the 65. Since they're not going to sponsor you for the 7, just bang out the 65. It's your best bet. Just do that and nail it and you'll be fine. Okay. Mellow Mike. Mellow yellow. Okay, I got blocked when I did that one. Hold on. Way to nail the SAE. Way to get the one done and get going. Okay. Here we go. This is good feedback here. Okay.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yes, I agree. NASA is 100%. They go at it because the problem is they have 1 lawyer's reading it, and 2, it's a smaller group, so they can't have anyone to feedback and go, "This is stupid." Remember, FINRA lets anyone who works for the FINRA, take the 7 and the SIE, and they have to get feedback. So you have hundreds of people taking and get good feedback. There we go. Okay. Right. That's the thing. Some people think the 66 is harder than the 7. Some think the 7 harder. It depends on what you think. It depends on the way you think. Good. Shirin. Okay. Oh, 30. I like that. The 30-day quarantine. Okay. There you go. Although I don't like using, I'm still in PTSD from 2020 with the stupid quarantines. Okay. Let's do it, baby. So you have the 6. So just get it done. Just focus. Good, Kaplan. Focus on reading. Okay. They're fine. Just read the book, baby. Just it's fine. Just use your time wisely. Read the book. Don't listen to me. This is the problem a lot of people with the 63 do. You can't study for a month for the 63. You just can't. So take a week off, let your brain reset, and then read the book once. Just get through the whole thing. It shouldn't take that long. The Kaplan one maybe, but the SDC and the other ones don't take that long. Then do chapter quizzes, then do progress exams or longer ones, and then do finals. And then the last 10 days you should be doing 1 to 2 a day till your brain bleeds. Okay. This is funny, Stick. You had the lucky locker. You should have wrote down the number so people can go to the same center and get the lucky locker. Okay. So she got it. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, my ADD. So Jeff, you don't have ADD right now.
No, I probably have everything else though.
Right. Yeah, no, I have everything else, but I don't have ADD. That's the one thing I don't have. So it's funny. I go off on my tangents, and everyone has ADD. Just follows along with me. They're cool with it. They just go wherever you want to go. We'll follow. Okay. Onslaught. Okay. Yes, I have a video called Guerrilla Style. If you go into my crash course, I don't know what test you're taking, but if you go into the Series 7 crash course, it doesn't matter. I have a Guerrilla Style video, and then I have a mnemonics video. Those are all little like one-off things to remember things. That's the whole video. It's like 40 minutes of me doing it. I fucking loved it. Okay. Can I give you the Facebook game in it? Sure. Okay. I have. First of all, here's this. It's called FINRA. It's rolling across the bottom, cookie baby. My little cookie. FINRA and NASA exam test prep network. Oh, let's do this. It's funny. I mentioned it before, and a bunch of people joined. There it is. I'll just throw it in the chat. Boom. Okay. And then, yes, so my other 2 platforms are, I have LinkedIn, obviously, but I have Instagram under Series 7 Whisper, and then I have TikTok under Series 7 Whisper. It's funny, I like doing the TikTok. I like the YouTubes, but I like doing the TikToks better, easy to upload. I don't have to, they don't worry about copyright strikes and all that shit. So you just play any music and it goes. Okay. Yeah, this is right. This obviously
no, it was to my reference of the Seinfeld episode. Show about nothing.
Oh, I like my episode better. I'm going to go with mine. What did you say about the Seinfeld?
What's that?
What did you say about the
No,
Seinfeld?
no, because
did I not listen?
Seinfeld, you said something, and I said it's a show about nothing, and that's what George said on Seinfeld to the NBC executive.
I got you. I'm with you. I follow you now. So again, the Facebook group is FINRA and Exam Test Prep Network. So Cookie, I'm waiting to see you sign up, baby. Okay. And the actual test, all my questions are not from what learned. Okay. Yeah, go get STC or Achievable. I would say if you're right now, go get STC because they give you a lot of good questions. Okay. Gear Grinder, I can hit you on that one. Okay. Amy Carr, you're up next, and you're one of the. Look at that, 9 o'clock. I'm almost perfect timing. I'm always like half an hour behind, and I catch up. Okay, private fund advisors. So if you're oh, wait a second. Gear Grinder, wait 5 minutes. I have a scheduled short coming out at 9:05 on private fund advisor. How funny is that? So if I talk long enough, it'll show up. So I'm going to tell you what it is anyway, just to keep you on here. A private fund advisor is an advisor for private funds. Okay. So it really means like hedge funds and stuff like that. So if they're under 150 million, they have to report. They're an exempt reporting advisor. They still report to the SEC. They don't have to register anywhere. Once they get over 150 million, they do have to register with the SEC. Unless they're managing a venture capitalist fund, then it doesn't matter how much money they have. And guys, they will ask questions about hedge funds versus venture capitalists on these exams. Not the 63, but the 65 and 66. Hedge funds are private funds. They're the same thing. They're for accredited investors, and they're looking for an absolute return. Venture capitalists are more into like early startups, and they have a much longer time frame. Like I was listening to my podcast, and I think I'm going to do something on it. They were talking about how the venture capitalist thing is really not a failed model, but it's getting hurt because it used to be like a 7. So understand, venture capital is much more long-term, and they're much more about like buying early in. And the return used to be like 7 to 10, it was like a 7 to 10 year time frame between incubation of a fund, somebody they buy, and where it goes. Okay. Now, okay. The next, and then the other thing is now it's pushing out to like 15 years. So it's there. Okay. Oh, it's called Guerrilla Style. Hold on. It's in my Series 7 crash course. Okay. Hold on. 1 second, say there. I have an emergency text from a tutor. Okay. 1 second. Okay. If you go into my Series 7 crash course playlist, it's called Gorilla it's called Gorilla Style. All of them in there. There's a mnemonic one and then a Gorilla Style one. I know you may not taken that test, but it's the same stuff. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about trying to get out of here by 9, but I'll do this. Okay. So now, hold on. That's a good question. Wait a minute, and my video go over. But a private qualified buyer, they could buy it because usually they just have to be accredited, so they could be a buyer. Okay, so there's not that many, right? So a trust is an account you set up. So what do you need for a trust? You need a. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Guys, give me 3 seconds because I gotta fucking handle this shit. Because Okay, I think we're good to go. So trusts are, okay, so here we go. So you have this the trustee, you need 4 people. You need a trustee. You need a trustee. Okay. You need the corpus, you need a grantor, and you need a beneficiary. Okay. Okay. Now, so the trustee, let me do it this way. So it's getting late, so I apologize. I'm getting old. Okay. Okay. Now all the fucking questions come in at 9:00. What the fuck, where were you guys? So now, so the grantor sets it up, or the settler, the trustee manages it, the beneficiary gets it, and the corpus is what you put in it. Okay. Now, there's 2 types. There's complex, and then there's simple. Complex and simple, okay? Complex means you can hold the money over time. I know I'm distracted. I'll be non-distracted in a second. Okay. Now, don't fucking text me again. Now, yes, Kyle, Kaplan is enough for the 7. Absolutely. So let's go back over this. So we have, now that I'm not distracted, when you set up a trust, you're doing it for other people. You have the settler or a grantor who sets it up. You have a trustee who manages it. You have the beneficiary gets it, and then you have the corpus of stuff you put in it. If you do a simple trust, anything it earns has to be paid out anything it earns, not the corpus, not the main shit. Anything it earns has to be paid out every year. Okay. Now, a complex one you can let it grow. You can set a target. Okay. So you can say, oh, I'm gonna I have $1 million. I want to pay their bills, these beneficiaries' bills for the next 20 years, whatever it is. So you can say, but I don't want to start paying until they're 25. Or you can say they get the money when they're 30. So you can let the shit build. Simple must be paid out every year. Complex can be paid out. You can pay it a little bit at a time. You can grow it, whatever it is. Now, the purpose of a trust, okay, is to kind of protect investments separated from you, and kind of limit what goes through probate, because you're listing where the money goes. So there's 2 types. There's an inter vivos, which you set up while you're alive. Usually they're revocable, which means you can change the answer. Then they have a testamentary trust, which is done after you die, which is usually irrevocable. Revocable means that the grantor can change your mind, change everything about it anytime they want, but it counts toward their estate. So when they die, it's on their estate and on the growth each year. If it's irrevocable, then the money is considered separate from the grantor, and the actual trust pays taxes, like a corporation. Like a corporation will pay taxes. Revocable, non-revocable, simple, complex. I like that. Okay. That's a lot of it. Let's see what else I can add to it. Something I wanted to bring up. Oh, you can be the trustee. You can be the grantor, the trustee, and the beneficiary. You can be all 3. It does not remember. It doesn't avoid taxes, but it does some avoidance of probate. Don't go too crazy in that one. Okay. That's the big thing. So, Robbie, it's not too crazy in that. I would reread. I always tell people to reread the section. I always tell people to read trust and estates and joint accounts before. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Trust accounts. Set it up. Oh, if there's multiple beneficiaries, the trustee has to action partially for all of the beneficiaries. Now, what do we care? We care about the beneficiaries. We care about their growth. We care about all their stuff. We do not care about their heirs. So I got a question I may have gotten a question where I was talking about the trustee doesn't care about what, and it's the beneficiary's heirs. But okay, that's the beneficiary's kids. Okay. Sharon, I get you. I got you, baby. I'm not missing you. I didn't miss you. Okay. Now, the offer, I hope that helps a little bit, Rob. Again, don't go too crazy over it. Okay. Just remember the revocable versus irrevocable, stuff like that. Those are the big. And it does, remember, the big thing avoids taxes. So you're not, revocable means the grantor pays the taxes, irrevocable means the trust pays taxes. But you're always paying taxes, but you're getting rid of some of the probate shit. Okay, so now an offer is the offer is the newspaper, the phone call, giving someone a right or a warrant. The offer to sell is when you make the attempt. Okay, it's the solicitation, the email, the mail, the phone call, the text message. The sale is the transaction. That's it. So you have to. So the offer to sell is the attempt. The sale is the transaction. And if you make an offer to sell, you have to be willing and able to sell it at that price. That's all it is. It's the attempt. Okay. Okay. Amanda, stay there. I need some help. Okay. So there's the thing. So now, no. So if you do the options classes, you get the option class plus the 7 class plus the option video. So if you do the $50 a month, and that's changing in September, but right now it's good. Options class, you get for the same $50, you get the options class, the 7 class, and the options videos. Now remember, there's Sunday nights. I have to make sure everything's there. It's all Sunday nights now. No more Friday night shit. I want my Friday nights back. Kaplan's definitely enough. Well, okay. Rob, I'm glad that helped. Sometimes you need to have a little, Robbie, sometimes you just need a little, like a quick and dirty review. Okay. I have some videos on it too. Amanda, that is outstanding. How great does it feel to be done with it? How awesome does it feel to be done with that stuff? Oh, here we go.
Put your back in it, just a little more. Throw your waist in it now. Tell your body you take. Walk it hard and long. When you finish that, I want you go downtown. Go down, go down, go down. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Boom, baby. So he just said, Gear Grinder just watched the video that popped out, the private fund advisor. I literally put it out there, like set it up for today. Okay. Boom, baby. I think we hit it. 9:12, not too bad. Now I get to eat the fucking dinner, which I've been waiting for. Because you guys all ask questions at 9:01. I love you. I do. My anger is with pure love. Okay. Everyone, I think we're good. Have a good weekend. I remember, if you're doing the memberships, remember this. It is not tomorrow. It is Sunday. And it's only $25. How fucking cheap is that? $25 for four classes a month. It's dirt cheap. And if you need help with tutoring, I'm here to help you. And if you need just a little boost on your study plan, if you think you're struggling, you're drowning, go to Jeff. And I think you have the pinned comment. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the pinned comment there has his email. You shoot him an email, he'll say, yep, or just book a lesson, baby. And he'll call you on the phone. The next, Rob, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday is FINRA. So, Rob, every Tuesday night is FINRA night, and I will answer questions on the 65, 66, if it would also be on those exams. But every Thursday night, baby. Every Thursday night, and we do the class on Sundays. Okay, everyone, I love you. Have a